Welcome back to Chronicle. Nebraska's general election ballot is officially set, but not without some controversy. After lawsuits, Supreme Court decisions, and ongoing Attorney General investigation into alleged fraud, ballots can start going out. And Sean McKinnon gets the facts on what you'll be voting on.
This general election, Creighton Poli-Sci professor Richard Whitmer is expecting a high turnout, 65 to 70%, where several Nebraska contests could be decided by narrow margins.
Looks like it's going to be a close race between Bacon and Vargas. Even the Senate race might be closer than we've seen in a while.
And will Omaha's so-called blue dot go for Vice President Harris or former President Trump?
Too close to call.
But there's 5 ballot initiatives and 1 referendum Nebraska voters will have a direct say in. Every vote could be a deciding factor. One would require employers to offer paid sick leave to their employees. For businesses with less than 20 workers, employees can earn up to 5 paid sick days a year. For ones with more than 20 workers, employees can earn up to 7 paid sick days. 2 different abortion rights initiatives are on the ballot. The one with the most yes votes will be enshrined into the state constitution. A vote for Protect Women and Children would ban abortions after the first 12 weeks of pregnancy, unless it's medically necessary or the result of rape or incest. That's the current Nebraska law. A vote for Protect Our Rights would allow abortion up until the point where the fetus could survive outside the womb. And voters will decide on 2 initiatives. One would legalize medical marijuana, the other would regulate the industry. Advocates say it'll provide relief to their children and loved ones with medical conditions. Opponents call it a foothold for the commercialization of the industry. And Nebraskans will make a choice on whether $10 million of state money can go to private school scholarships.
And we're just here to make sure that they have the financial resources to get to a school that's best for them, because a kid's K through 12 opportunity needs to be the best opportunity they have so that they can thrive as a human beings.
When there's been other things in the past, like sharing textbooks and pieces like that, those resources were open to all kids, public and private. This is exclusively going to private schools, and that's the fundamental issue that we have with it.
These initiatives are kind of tricky things because some of them that you would expect to pass are sometimes closer.
Sean McKinnon reporting. A couple more items on some of the issues. Just hours before we learned the medical marijuana initiatives made the November ballot, Nebraska's Attorney General found a problem related to the petition effort. Mike Hilgers announced criminal charges in the case. Investigators found names of people who had died. There were misspelled names and incorrect birthdays on the petitions. Hilgers says the allegedly fraudulent signatures were traced to a guy named Michael Egbert in Grand Island. He is now accused of signing names that he found in the phone book.
He did on occasion sign those names himself. The voter didn't sign them.
We want to make sure that those who might interfere with our elections in this kind of a way understand that law enforcement election officials are on the lookout, and we will take action. And we would highly discourage people from even thinking twice.
So the investigation is ongoing. For now, officials say the fraudulent signatures are not enough to keep the initiative off the ballot. Well, with dueling abortion initiatives on the ballot, what happens if they both get voter approval? Secretary of State says the initiative with the most 4 votes will move forward, and then the governor can decide if there are any conflicts. Well, ballots for Iowa's general election are now certified. Secretary of State's office there held off on certifying congressional races while an appeal from Libertarian candidates worked through the court system. 3 candidates were removed by the state objections panel for not following state law in the nominating process. That decision was backed up by Iowa's Supreme Court. All right, if you missed any part of the show, if you want to watch it again, it is available on the Very Local app. In fact, all KATV News Watch 7 reports are there on demand, and they are free. A reminder, until the election, Chronicle has you covered on the biggest topics and races that you're going to vote on in November. Part of our commitment to you as Omaha's news leader. I'm Rob McCartney. Thank you for watching. We'll see you back here next Sunday morning for KATV News Watch 7's Chronicle.